Hello, my name is Joey Goldstein, and I am part of the Media Communications MCBS program. I will be interviewing my good friend Christopher Contreras, who is a marketing manager at the Walt Disney Company. The interview took place on Sunday, September 21st at the Walt Disney Studios in Anaheim, California. We will be discussing the Walt Disney brand and the artist known as Noah and another known as Shag. What do you see as the role of visual arts in society today, and particularly in your profession?
I see the role of visual arts in society, particularly my profession, as a form of communication. I work in the fields of advertising, marketing, and sales for the Walt Disney Company. So visual art allows my company to communicate our products and experiences in a convincing way that entices consumers to buy our offerings. Some may call my interpretation of visual art an advertisement, but visual art expands so much further beyond advertising. For example, a family that's enjoying their Disneyland Resort vacation may want to commemorate their visit by purchasing a specialty print lithograph. That lithograph represents not only Disney art, but a lifetime of memories that family will remember always.
New communications and media technologies make imagery almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is having a positive or negative influence on your field or industry? And if you can please provide an example.
Sure. New communications and media technologies, I believe, have a very positive effect both on my field and industry. Within the field of marketing and advertising, Disney gains greater brand awareness and engagement with consumers. I can immediately think of social communications like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Pinterest. These technologies allow Disney to engage with consumers, and the best part of it all is seeing consumers socialize with other consumers and keep that momentum and brand conversation going. Furthermore, the travel and hospitality industry as a whole, they've embraced communication technologies with very open arms and were recognized as a top industry 2 years back as early adopters for Twitter and Facebook and how they use that to fuel brand advocacy.
What popular images do you see that are frequently repeated through your industry?
Well, popular images I see frequently repeated throughout our industry, specifically the travel and hospitality industry, would be cliche images of families, traditional families at that, with mother, father, son, and daughter all frolicking across the sandy shoreline with a gorgeous ocean view in the far scene. And close to their proximity, this fabulous resort that encourages you to visit their website and learn more about the destination.
Who is one of your favorite visual artists, and or what is your favorite style of visual art?
As we're talking about visual art for my field and industry, I can't help but to immediately think of visual artists that bring the Disney experience to life at the theme parks and resorts. Shag is an artist Disney commissions for exclusive artwork, and he created a throwback to the 1950s retro era when commemorating Disneyland's 50th anniversary. Through this collection of retro-inspired artwork, he was able to represent each themed land within Disneyland, as well as special attractions that opened back in 1955 and were then turning 50 years old. When I think of a favorite style of visual art, I've also been a huge fan of Noah. His style of visual art takes a contemporary approach to the beloved Disney stories that many know so well. He retells these fables with just as much emotion in a single painting as one might feel from watching an entire Disney film.
How has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process?
Sadly, famous artworks inspire little about what I do in such a strategic role for marketing and sales. However, in past roles where strategic planning was more involved with creative output, many of my peers, including myself, found inspiration from the animation pictures produced by Walt Disney himself, starting with Snow White. When starting and even finishing a project, we'd always ask ourselves, what would Walt do? It was a way to continuously infuse our company's culture, history, and heritage into our work today. Perhaps an artist's decision to show restraint and exercise curiosity is the one and the same for strategists. My work is used to input creative briefs that turn into visual art, or advertisements as many people would call them, and ultimately excite families into making Disney memories part of their family memories for a lifetime or more to come.
Thank you so much, Chris.
You're so welcome. Thanks for having me.